Welcome back to the darkest corner of YouTube. I'm your host, Sam, and tonight we're driving deep into the heart of haunted car graveyards. Places where twisted metal and shattered glass whisper tales of tragedy, and where the souls of the departed linger. If you're brave enough to ride shotgun on this journey into the abyss, buckle up. Route 66, the Mother Road, a legendary stretch of highway that has captured the imagination of countless travelers. A ribbon of asphalt that winds through the heart of America, paved with dreams and memories. It's a road that has seen it all, from the Dust Bowl migrations to the golden age of road trips. But beneath its sun-baked surface, a darkness lurks, a darkness that has given birth to countless legends and ghost stories. They call it the Phantom Crash of Route 66, a tale that has been whispered among locals and travelers alike for decades. It happened on a moonless night when the sky was an inky black void. A lone car, a vintage Ford Mustang, cruised down the desolate highway. Its engine purred softly, breaking the silence of the night. The driver, Jack, hummed along to a rock and roll tune, his girlfriend Lily asleep in the passenger seat. They were young, in love, and on an adventure. Suddenly the air grew heavy with an oppressive dread. A thick fog began to roll in, obscuring the road ahead. Jack felt a chill crawl down his spine. His hands tightened on the steering wheel as an uneasy feeling settled over him. And then he saw it. A figure materializing out of the fog, standing in the middle of the road. A shimmering apparition in the middle of the road, a vintage car with headlights burning with an ethereal glow. It was as if the past had come to life before his eyes. Jack slammed on the brakes, the Mustang screeching to a halt just inches from the ghostly vehicle. His heart pounded in his chest. He rubbed his eyes, but the phantom car was gone. The road was empty once more, as if nothing had happened. Shaken, Jack continued down the road, feeling something was watching him. Every shadow seemed to move. Every sound seemed amplified. Days later, Jack and Lily were driving back along the same stretch of Route 66 with friends. They hoped to put the eerie experience behind them. As they approached the spot, a wave of unease washed over him. The memory of the ghostly car was still fresh in his mind. He recounted his experience, his voice trembling. His friends listened intently, their faces pale with fear. The temperature in the car plummeted and the radio erupted in static and distorted voices. It was as if the air itself had turned to ice. The friends exchanged nervous glances. Then it happened. The car seemed to take on a life of its own. The car swerved violently as if an unseen force had slammed into it, sending it into a ditch. The impact was sudden and jarring. When the dust settled, Jack and his friends emerged, shaken but alive. They were bruised and battered, but grateful to be in one piece. The police investigated but found no explanation for the crash. There were no skid marks, no signs of another vehicle. Locals whispered tales of the phantom crash, of a vengeful spirit haunting that stretch of Route 66. A spirit that sought revenge for a wrong long forgotten. They said it was the ghost of a heartbroken lover, doomed to roam the highway for eternity. Her sorrow and anger bound her to the road. To this day, drivers report strange occurrences on that stretch of Route 66. The stories continue to this very day. Unexplained cold spots, flickering headlights, and the ghostly apparition of a vintage car. These phenomena have become part of the legend. Some say it's just a local legend, a story to scare tourists. A tale spun to add a touch of mystery to the historic road. But others believe it's a warning, a cautionary tale to remind travelers of the unknown dangers that lurk in the night. A reminder that some roads are best left untraveled, especially when the night is dark and the fog rolls in, especially when the veil between our world and the next wears thin, when the boundary between the living and the dead becomes blurred. So next time you drive down Route 66, keep your eyes peeled, stay vigilant, and be aware of your surroundings. You never know what might be watching. The road holds many secrets, and some of them are best left undisturbed. Detroit, the Motor City. A city with a rich history, known for its automotive industry and vibrant culture. A city built on the roar of engines and the sweat of industry. Its factories once hummed with life, producing the vehicles that drove America. But beneath its gritty exterior, a darkness festers. Hidden in the shadows, there are places that hold secrets and stories untold. One such place is a sprawling junkyard, a graveyard for forgotten automobiles. Here, the remnants of the past lie in wait, rusting away. This is the haunted junkyard of Detroit, a place where the past and the supernatural seem to collide. Generations of discarded vehicles lay scattered, rusting hulks piled high. Each car has its own story, its own history, now forgotten. Locals whisper tales of strange occurrences within the junkyard's barbed wire fences. They speak of eerie happenings that defy explanation, stories of unexplained noises, flickering lights and shadowy figures. These tales have been passed down through generations, growing more chilling with each retelling. They say the junkyard is haunted by the spirits of those who met their end within its confines. Ghostly apparitions are said to wander among the rusting cars. One particular story sends chills down the spines of even the bravest Detroit residents. It's a tale that has become legend in the local community, the tale of a young mechanic named Ben, who took a job at the junkyard. Ben was known for his skill and dedication to his work. Ben was a hard worker, unfazed by the long hours and grime. He often worked late into the night, determined to get the job done. One night, as Ben worked late, he heard a strange noise. It was a sound unlike anything he had ever heard before. A low, guttural growl emanating from the depths of the junkyard. The sound sent a shiver down his spine. He dismissed it as a stray animal, but the sound persisted. It grew louder and more menacing with each passing moment. Suddenly, the car Ben was working on lurched violently. It was as if an unseen force had taken hold of it. Tools clattered to the ground and Ben stumbled backward. His heart raced as he tried to make sense of what was happening. He could feel eyes on him watching from the shadows. The sensation was unnerving, and he knew he was not alone. Terror gripped Ben's heart as he realized he was not alone. The feeling of being watched grew stronger, more intense. He turned to flee and saw it. A dark silhouette with glowing eyes, standing menacingly in the shadows. A hulking figure shrouded in shadow, its eyes burning with an eerie green glow. It seemed to move closer with each heartbeat. The figure lunged at Ben, its cold, dead hands reaching for him. The air around him grew colder, and he could feel the chill of death. Ben screamed and scrambled back, tripping over a pile of scrap metal. His mind raced as he tried to escape the terrifying apparition. Just when Ben thought all hope was lost, the roar of an engine split the night. The sound was a beacon of hope in the darkness. A beat-up pickup truck came barreling into the junkyard, its headlights cutting through the darkness. The light seemed to chase away the shadows. The shadowy figure recoiled from the light, dissolving into the shadows. It was as if the light had banished the darkness. The driver of the truck, an old man with kind eyes, helped Ben to his feet. His presence was a comfort in the midst of the terror. "You all right, son?" he asked, his voice gruff but concerned. The old man's concern was genuine, and it helped to calm Ben's nerves. Ben, still shaken, could only nod. The fear was still fresh, but he was grateful for the old man's help. The old man patted him on the shoulder. "This place ain't right after dark," he said. "Best be on your way." Ben didn't need to be told twice. He gathered his things and fled the junkyard, never to return. The experience had left him deeply shaken. The encounter left an indelible mark on his soul, a chilling reminder that some places hold on to the darkness. The memory of that night would haunt him forever. The haunted junkyard of Detroit remains a place where the living fear to tread after dark. Its eerie presence continues to loom over the city, a testament to the unknown. The haunted junkyard of Detroit remains a place where the living fear to tread after dark. Its eerie presence continues to loom over the city, a testament to the unknown. Salem, a town steeped in history, known for its infamous witch trials and rich colonial past. But beyond the historical landmarks and charming facades, a darkness festers, hidden in the shadows. One such shadowy place is a car lot, shrouded in an unsettling silence that chills to the bone. This is the cursed car lot of Salem, a place where every vehicle seems to carry a curse, a dark history etched into their metal frames. The lot sits on the outskirts of town, a collection of classic cars, muscle cars, and vintage models, each with a story to tell. It's the kind of place that would make any car enthusiast's heart skip a beat, with its gleaming exteriors and nostalgic charm. But beneath the polished exteriors, a sense of unease lingers, a feeling that something is not quite right. Locals whisper tales of the lot's original owner, Silas, a man who dabbled in the dark arts and whose presence still haunts the area. Rumor has it that Silas made a pact with a malevolent entity, cursing his cars to bring misfortune to anyone who owned them. The cars on Silas's lot have a reputation for bad luck, a legacy of accidents and misfortune that follows them. Accidents, breakdowns, and even mysterious disappearances have plagued the lot for decades, adding to its eerie reputation. There's the story of the '57 Chevy Bel Air, a cherry-red beauty that seemed to attract trouble wherever it went. Its first owner wrapped the car around a telephone pole just weeks after purchasing it. A tragic start to its cursed legacy. The car was repaired and sold again, only to be involved in another horrific accident, as if it was destined for disaster. Then there's the tale of the '69 Mustang Mach 1, a sleek black beast exuding aggression and power. Its owner lost control of the Mustang on a winding mountain road, the car plunging into a ravine, never to be seen again. The wreckage was never found, but locals say they can still hear the roar of the Mustang's engine echoing through the night. And then there's the case of the '32 Ford Roadster, a vintage masterpiece that vanished into thin air, leaving behind only questions. The cursed car lot of Salem remains a testament to the town's dark history and the lingering presence of its haunted past. For within its chain-link fences a malevolent force lingers, a constant reminder that some curses are meant to last an eternity, forever haunting those who dare to enter. That's it for tonight's journey into the heart of darkness. If you enjoyed these tales of haunted highways and cursed cars, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, sleep tight, and don't let the phantom headlights blind you on the open road.